Hi. Kevin Brookhauser recently posted a video where he addresses a teacher's question about how we can support students when they create 20% projects that involve money. So whether the student donates that money to charity or they keep it as profit to try to build a business, the question is, how do we as teachers support that? And Kevin has a lot of great ideas in the video. He suggests urging the students to use Kickstarter, which is something I hadn't thought of before. And it sounds like a really good idea and something that I might encourage my students to do this year, and we'll see how that works for them. He also talks about working with the students to go through the process of completing the paperwork to actually open a legitimate business, complete a business plan, file any paperwork that needs to be filed with the city or the county, and actually create a business. So that's something I suggest to students every year. It's not something that any students have taken me up on yet, but every year I'm hopeful that I'll have a group of students who want to take this passion and turn it into a career. I work at a public school in San Jose, and there are a couple things I've learned about this very issue, helping students deal with finances on a 20% project over the last couple years of running this project at my school, that I thought I'd share here, and they just didn't come up in Kevin's video. One of the things that you might want to do is talk to your activities director about how fundraising happens on your campus with all other clubs and organizations. So they noted that on my campus, there's actually a request for fundraiser form that all clubs and organizations have to fill out, submit to the activities office. That is then looked at and approved by ASB, and from that point on, all of the money from that fundraiser goes to the school bank. When money goes into the school bank, there are actually a lot of limitations placed on how that money can be spent for many good reasons, but it means that students wouldn't be able to pull that money out and then donate it to a charity, and they certainly wouldn't be able to pull that money out and keep it for profit. So if you want to avoid that part of things, you might think about just using the same system that happens on your campus for other fundraisers, but keep that in your classroom. So on my campus, I might have my students fill out that request for fundraiser form, turn that paperwork into me, and on that form, there's a spot for what the student is selling, when they're going to start and when they're going to stop selling, how much it costs them to make or to buy it, and how much they're going to sell it for. There are columns for predicted, actual, and difference, and then when the project is all over, the student can then take that money and donate it, print out receipt of those funds from the charitable organization, and attach that to the fundraising form. Or if they're trying to start a business, they can attach their business plan and to that fundraising form, and then they have everything all in one place. So you have a complete record of the financial transactions of that 20% project in one spot, just in case you need it later, and you've got it conveniently placed in the classroom. Another thing that I talk to my students about every year is making sure that anything they sell, the customer always knows where the proceeds are going to go. So if I have a group of students who are creating paracord bracelets and they're going to donate all of their proceeds, all the profit is going to go toward supporting the Humane Society, the customer needs to know that. So I make sure that the students tell all of their customers that. And as a customer, I need to know that for a few different reasons. One, if I have some kind of problem with the Humane Society, I should know that that's where my money's going, so I can make the decision of whether or not I want to support that cause. Conversely, if I absolutely adore the Humane Society, well, instead of buying one bracelet, I'm not going to buy 5. I know that the money is going to an organization that I like, and I want to throw more money at it and support it. So the customer needs to know that information also, so that the word gets out there that our students are out there doing good things and giving back to the community. And that's a message that deserves to be heard no matter where you are. The last thing that I've figured out over these past couple years is that no money, no goods, no services can trade hands on a school campus without it being officially sanctioned by the school, which again probably involves a form, it involves approval, it involves all of that money going through the school bank, and now we've got all those limitations that I was talking about earlier. So I tell my students that they can't buy or sell anything on campus. They can do it on the sidewalk right outside the school parking lot, but they can't buy or sell anything on school grounds. So they can advertise, they can promote, they can bring in samples of what they plan to sell, but they can't actually give that item away, and they can't take any money for the item either. All of that needs to happen off campus. And that helps keep the money in the hands of students who can then donate it to the charity that they want or keep it as a profit as part of their business plan. And I can work with them to help out with those two things as well. So those are just some things that have occurred to me over the last couple of years that I thought I'd share, and I thought maybe they would help you out. So thanks for watching.